I am not sponsored or affiliated with any of the companies of the platforms that I use. This video is just to show and demonstrate the applications I prefer to use for my personal project. So here's my secret weapon, my secret sauce, WAN or WAN. I think I prefer to call it WAN. It sounds a lot more cooler. The reason why I specifically chose this platform is not because it's the best video quality or the top of the line. I chose it because this one specific feature, audio-driven video. Let me show you the test clip that sold me and sealed the deal. The significance of this clip, if you notice, she's singing as well as tapping the guitar to the beat of the music. That indicates to me that the AI is aware of what's going on within the music. She's not just moving her mouth to the words, but using her entire body to follow the rhythm of the music. That brings a lot more life to the actual performance. Of course, I had to prompt for her to take those actions. She sings while playing the guitar, tapping it gently to the beat, making a percussive sound. I probably didn't need the percussive sound part because I'm using my own audio. I guess I was trying to give it more context to work with. Anyway, let's look at the interface. Its layout is pretty typical of every image generator or video generator that you see out there. At the bottom here, it's collapsed, but if you click on it, it expands the dialogue for typing in your prompts. It has start frame and end frame, which is cool. And this is WAN version 2.6, but you can also select other older models. 2.6 has the ability to do native dialogue, just like Veo and all those other ones, where you could just put an image or text to image and tell it what to say, and it will generate what you want it to say, right?
This is a test of WAN-native dialogue and WAN-native tone.
As you can see, it's not perfect. I notice also when I use shorter clips and lower resolution, I tend to get better results as far as less mistakes.
This is a test of WAN-native dialogue.
This is a test of WAN-native dialogue.
They have this avatar feature. Don't be confused by this. This is more like the regular speech to video talking avatar heads kind of things we're used to. Not as good as audio driven video. It also has over here the settings where you can set your resolution. So you have your 720p and then you have your 1080p. What's cool is you can also choose whether you want to use credits for your generation, or if you want to do it for free, you turn this off. And then it will use, as you can see, it says 0. So it will cost you 0 credits. However, obviously, there's a catch. You'll be set in a queue. So that means you're going to have to wait. I would use this feature when I'm not in a hurry and I have other tasks to do. So while I'm working on the other tasks, I will switch off credit mode and just generate my generations for free. Another really cool feature about this platform is normally you have 5 and 10 seconds. This actually goes up to 15-second generations, which is pretty good. LTX has 20 seconds, but that's the only one that I know that beats this as far as how many seconds you get to do. Let's get to the real reason why I'm here, and that's sound or audio driven video. And that's what this button is for. And you can see it says above the button sound driven. And what this does, when you click it, it will open up a dialog for you to upload your files. Once it loads, you'll have the ability to crop or select the part of the audio that you want. up to 15 seconds because that's the maximum duration, and you could crop it down. You can play and hear an example of what it sounds like just to make sure it's the right file. And once you like it, you can say confirm. It will load in the button below, and that shows that it's active. Now, when you generate a video, whatever audio is loaded down here will control the character's mouth and dialogue, as well as have an influence over the entire performance as a whole. Keep in mind, once audio is enabled, you can no longer do end frames. Here's an example showing an advantage of this tool. Because the audio is directly driving the performance, the face doesn't have to be fully in view, giving you freedom to have much more dynamic and creative shots.
Colors bleed into the gray. No rules, no labels, no frozen ways. My story colors unseen. Past the lines of monochrome dreams.
This also works well with illustrated images.
The shades of gray attract the light, the colors stay. The dark, the rainbows fade with open eyes. I'm not afraid.
The lip sync accuracy isn't 100%, but because she's moving her entire body in perfect timing with the beat, helps a lot for the overall illusion. As always, it's not perfect.
Did I say impossibly? I meant to say very possibly. Let's do this.
Minus the extra mutant arm, I wouldn't say amazing, but it's usable. Or maybe just run the generation again. I had some interesting results. In order for me to get it to work properly, I had to type in dialogue that she was speaking along with the reference audio that was provided. This can also be used as a consistent character voice. Both voices were generated within ElevenLabs, then brought onto this platform and used for the characters.
Did I say impossibly? I meant to say very possibly. Let's do this.
Alright, let's do this. I'll break down the workflow for the intro video. I started out by going to Suno and creating some short 40-second tracks that I could use to test the lip sync on.
Trying to match my lips to words. It's not easy to lip sync. No, not at all. Trying to match my lips to words. Who do I call?
I was trying different styles because I wanted to see if there was a difference between a cappella or if having the music behind the voice would affect the lip syncing results. If you need to reuse a prompt, you can always click this button right here. It will send the information and what images you used down to the prompt box. For this experiment, however, I chose not to use any starting images. I simply went for text to video in this case. I prompt what I would like to see in the prompt box and crossed my fingers, and this is what it generated.
It's not easy to lip sync. No, not at all. Trying to match my lips to words. Who do I call? I will not fall.
Even though the image was not created by me, the audio was audio that I created within Suno and brought it into this application and used that as my driving audio. It worked out great, no image at all, just my provided audio. I decided to try it again. I used the same prompt, however, I changed the audio just to see if it could deal with something a little bit more up-tempo.
Trying to match my lips to words. Who do I call? I will not fall. Stand tall. Because I know.
This worked great. No errors. The lip sync was tight. Even with the loud and fast music, it was still able to detect the voice through all that. The result inspired me to make a short demo of the character singing. Because the first clip was text to video, I didn't have an image to work with for creating a consistent character. I used the VLC player to take a snapshot of the video and got this frame as my starting point. The problem with this frame is that she's not really looking in a direction that we can see her face. Over at Higgsfield, I've really come to love these mini applications. They come in really handy. This is inside of the Angles app. It's used to modify the camera angles of an existing image. You can see a small thumbnail of the original image I uploaded. Over here, you have this little cube that you can rotate to get multiple angles. You could choose the top, bottom, left, right. You could also control it by using these sliders. As a reference, this is the original compared to the new angle on the right. With a better view of the character's face, I can now use this new image to generate all the other images used in the video. I then took that new image to a Higgsfield app called What's Next and another called Shots. This is What's Next on Higgsfield. It gave me 9 images, and this one in the top corner here, that is the main image that I imported. The other 8 images are alternate variants of this first image. Some interesting ones here. Her getting flowers, her being proposed to in this one. This one, she's sitting alone at a table. Some dark mystery stuff going on here, doing a duet on the piano. Looks like a brawl broke out in this one. I didn't use any of these, but they're all pretty interesting. I then took it over to Shots. Does the same thing, but a little bit less creative. Now you're looking at it within the Shots application on Higgsfield. Again, 9 variations, but this time the variations are not alternate storylines. This is the same moment in time from different point of views. This once again is the original, the top left, and the other 8 are all different point of views of the same scene. I ended up using majority of the shots from this setup here. I used this shot here for the starting. I also used this shot here for the intro. I didn't use this one because the audience was too apparent. I did like this one. I used this one. This is also a shot I used. I really love this top right shot here. I just never had a chance to drop it into the sequence. A close-up of her mouth. For a lip sync video, this would have been so appropriate. Once you selected the images you like, you can then go and upscale them and download them. I create a separate timeline specifically for cropping audio clips to be used with the AI video generator. I set my work area to be 15 seconds. I can use this for a reference to see how long my clips should be to fit within the video generator. I can move the work area around based on the area that I want to export or crop. I create markers at the top of the timeline. These markers enable me to snap and realign clips back into position. that way keeping them aligned and fully synced, illustrating here that sometimes you have to make adjustments manually, like speed or timing. The original on the right, the speed increased on the left for the final. You know, I had to add my little cameo Easter egg in. If you listen carefully in the crowd, you could hear my voice.
Oh, my knows it all.
Yeah, sing it, girl! Sing it! Woo! Yoo-hoo! Woo! Yeah, sing it, girl! As I was creating this video, just released and brand new audio-driven video, now available on the LTX platform.
You probably weren't expecting me to sound like this.
They're presenting their new feature for more than just lip sync or vocals.
LTX generates video that follows every beat. To high-energy music videos,
You can see the basic interface here, where you can select your model, upload your files, and adjust your settings. Selecting the audio to video model lets you upload your image and your custom audio. I did a test with the drum intro for my video. That was a visual I wanted to improve for better synchronization with the audio. The drum video that I use was just him hitting the drum in a random pattern. I uploaded this image to LTX. You're limited to 9 seconds of custom audio. That's the result. Definitely on beat. The only issue is that the drumsticks are a bit distorted. There are no tom drums in the original image, so the AI was a bit confused as far as what notes to hit. Unfortunately, with my limited credits, I was unable to test how it does with vocals and possibly other instruments. Not as cost effective as Juan as far as credits go. Definitely for my next project, I think I'll pay and try it out. I'll leave you with some extra video I was gonna dump in the trash because it was just a bit too boring. I'm going to show an example of native generated audio or dialogue.
You know, just here working on my flow. Check it out.
That's great, but with music, it's a different situation.
Hip hop, don't stop, the AI slop.
Other than the AI struggling to stay on beat, it looks pretty good. However, it's not my music. That music was generated by the video model. So what that means is it will be a different song, possibly even a different voice. Something like VO is not suitable for music videos, mainly because you can't use your own music or custom audio. Taking us to the next category, motion capture lip sync. What you're looking at here is actually me physically doing the performance, then capturing it with AI. It's very expressive body-wise. You could tell by my fancy moves. For lip syncing, it's very restrictive because my face always has to be viewing towards the camera. This limits your ability to have creative poses and camera angles. There's also a lot to set up. You have to remember every single lyric. If you get it wrong, the character gets it wrong.
walking out.